You cannot come and say, hey, Jesus, and go away. I'll pin you down with a fast and data. I'll pin you down with a fast and data. I will pin you down. When I told him to come, Osuro, Ojani to send Kukon Kiti, Ojania. Somebody. So, on what basis does John Mahama want to come back? What is the basis? You cannot say you done better in education, not in healthcare, not in agriculture, not in infrastructure, not in digitalization. Maybe you have done better in Dumso, I confirm, and then Kokon Kiti. That's it. We want a government that is going to move this country into the fourth industrial revolution. I have many initiatives that I am bringing. I want Ghana to move away from a dependence on oil and gas to solar power. We are going to bring down the cost of electricity by 50%, and we are going to make sure that at least 3% of GDP, that is 30 billion Ghana cedis, is ceded to the private sector from the public sector to create jobs for our economy. Somebody, I am going to bring a flat tax regime to Ghana. A flat tax regime for our imports, a flat tax regime for our incomes, and that will make it very, very easy for tax collection and understanding compliance and so on. So Ghana will have, by the grace of God, a flat tax regime next year. So to make sure we all start on a clean slate, I'm bringing in a tax amnesty for all businesses and individuals next year so that we move. The transformation of this country cannot be done without railway infrastructure. We, in the first 8 years, we have been focusing a lot on our roads. I am going to bring in the required investment to build our railway infrastructure. Accra, Kumasi, Paga, Kumasi, Takradi, Ejisu, Edwade, Awasu, Minahiri, Edwade. We are going to do all those railways, the great job for this country. We are also going to enter into the decade of housing. We are going to address the decade of housing. We are going to build houses just like Singapore did with private sector capital. And I'm going to look, let me tell you one thing. State Housing Corporation, during President Mahama's term of office, state housing, they built only 12 houses. 12. During our term, we have built over 1,000 houses in state housing. When you go to Tema Development Corporation, TDC, during Mahama's period, they built 0 houses. 0. During our period, TDC has built over 1,000 houses. So, when I tell you that we are going to go into a decade of housing, I know what I'm talking about. We are going to go into a decade of housing to leverage on the private sector to build housing. And housing means jobs, carpenters, masons, electricians, plumbers, windows people, roofers, a lot of jobs to all our people. Somebody, we are in the digital world, and I want to provide the youth digital skills. I want to to train at least 1 million youth of Ghana in digital skills. They can stay here in Ghana, work in America, work in Canada, work in Singapore, work in the UK, work in Australia, right from here in Ghana. We are in the digital world. You will get digital skills. Somebody, we have many policies that we have put in our manifesto. Of course, I cannot put all of them out here tonight, but I've been talking about them. One key policy is the credit scoring system. The credit scoring system. We are going to change Ghana with this credit scoring system. Today, if you finish school, you are working, everything you have to buy is cash. Everything is cash. We have introduced a credit scoring system, and very soon you will be buying things from next year and be paying small, and everybody will see an increase in their standard of living. This is a major policy that we are bringing. Somebody, you are also going to see, as we go forward under my government, all persons with disability will go for university and tertiary education for free. All persons with disability will go for tertiary education for free under my government. Somebody, we are going to transform this country, move it to another level. As we go on Saturday to make the choice is between the former president who represents the past and myself. You should ask yourself, who can better unite this country? Who can better unite the diversity of this country? Who can bring innovative ideas to propel Ghana into the fourth industrial revolution? So who has the integrity to fight corruption in this country? Who has the integrity to fight corruption in this country? Somebody who has the compassion for the disabled, for the vulnerable, for the sick in our society? Who cares about the needy? Somebody who can protect free senior high school education? Who can protect free SHS? Who can protect teacher training allowances? Who can protect nursing training allowances? Who can bring more development to our Zongo communities? Somebody, you should mull all these questions and ask yourself, who will work very hard and selflessly for the people of Ghana? Who will work very hard and selflessly for the people of Ghana? Somebody who can protect our natural resources? Who can protect our natural resources? Somebody, if you ask yourselves all these questions, there is only one answer, and that answer is number one. It's number one. It's number one. It's number one. That answer is clearly Dr. Bawumia, and that answer is clearly the NPP parliamentary candidates in all our constituencies. Number one. Somebody, I don't need a honeymoon. I don't need a honeymoon. I know what I want to do from day one in the presidency. Give me the chance to transform this nation. I have my own vision. I have my own ideas. I'm going to build on our splendid transform Ghana and propel Ghana and unleash the forces of the private sector in Ghana to bring in the investment to transform this country. So it's number one, 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 number one. It's number one. Somebody, I'm busy. Sinabai, Nia Pangala, Molaya Zagina, Asibari, Katuvoti, Elvoti number one, NG, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the MPP Jintoro, Baba Constituent Smile. Yeah, Yanazana Tajama, Salam Alaikum. That's all. Land Asir, Kufita, Kuzo, vote, Kubai, Dr. Bawumia. Number one. Minanum, Israel said, Yam Yina, Yamba police station, Miminda, Nayan to Abaru Boom, and man number one.